that fixed. Hopefully y'all came over from the other live stream. I apologize for that. I'm not sure what happened there. I know YouTube's been having a few glitches, so I want to turn the iPad back on, and hopefully it don't mess nothing up. Maybe where I was signed in to account over here. But anyways, let's just not even worry about that. Tonight, what we're going to get into is there's a few things that I want to talk about as far as channel updates and as far as these live videos, and hopefully I can get everybody to jump back on over here. As now, I don't see anybody has came on here yet, so I'm going to give it just a second, and hopefully everybody joins this live stream, because I'm not sure what happened to the other one. I want to get over here on my iPad and see what happened. Get it started up, but man, you plan and plan for this stuff, and then just like that, something happens like this that I didn't plan for. I apologize. Maybe I can go in here and tell people to go on the other live stream. I don't know, but I want to look and see if it shows that I'm live. I didn't have no problems when I used the laptop, but I also wasn't signed in with my laptop as I am here. So let's just search, see what happens. Live, let's see what live looks like. Well, it don't seem to be working on here either. Now, I hope you guys are seeing this. I'm hoping you guys can get back over here to my live. Search Defender Adventures 1. That's us. Go in here. Let's see the live. Okay, so there we are on there. Turn the volume up, make sure everything's good, and then we'll get into it. Hopefully some people will join. Okay, so there we are on there. Turn the volume up, make sure everything's good, and then we'll get into it. Hopefully I'm gonna put a chat on here, hopefully. Nope, it sure won't. That's alright. Anyways, I apologize for the few technical difficulties, and that's one thing that I want to talk about on this live. First of all, what we're changing on the live is, let me get this iPad turned down. Let's get everything straight so we can get going here. Let me get the chat pulled up. Okay, I think we're good now. All right, so this actually sets us up pretty good for what I'm going to get into tonight. First of all, Tuesdays are now. I want to do live Q&As, right? Live questions and answers every Tuesday, 5 o'clock. I always go live on Tuesdays. Well, I want to open it up. I want to broaden it up to where we get some kind of interaction with you guys, my audience, because I don't feel like there is a good live chat out there for us UTV out off-road enthusiasts. So I want to open this channel up to that. I want to get some feedback from you guys. We don't have to talk Defenders. We can talk any buggies. We can talk places to ride, upgrades, accessories, brands, companies that you work with or work for, or just it's a really broad topic that we can talk about. And I really want to start every Tuesday getting into a lot of those chats. I want to interact with you guys. I want to know what's going on out there, not only to help me get content for my channel, but to help you guys, because I believe that in the off-road industry, that's how we learn a lot of things, right? We do a lot of YouTubing, a lot of watching other people doing stuff, a lot of seeing how their setups are, and I think that really helps everybody. Maybe there might be a topic come up that you didn't even think about, or might be a topic come up that you've always wondered, but you know, didn't really have the answer to. So hopefully these chats every Tuesday live at 5, we will get into some of them interactions. So I encourage you to please, please, please drop something in the comments, make a chat, and we'll go from there. We'll just we'll get to talking. Now, that's where we're going here in a minute. But before we get into that, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping on the channel. So we are at Defender Adventures 1 coming up on my 100th video I put out. So got to looking at that, and it's kind of a good time to reflect on, is this where I want the channel, and is this where I want it to be, where I picture myself at 100 videos. And I feel like that the reason I started this channel to begin with is because I am passionate about outdoors, about riding my buggy, and about helping others. And I would love to put all that together and hopefully use social media and the YouTube platform to help somebody, and not only help somebody, but like I said, give me an excuse to go ride more, right? Because I love to ride. So I feel like I'm doing an okay job of that, but I do feel like I'm lacking in some areas. And one of the main areas I'm lacking in is, I went back, reviewed my videos. Like I said, once this drops, it'll be 98. So I'm approaching 100, and I feel like that you guys are getting not a bad representation of who I am, but you're getting a plain Jane monotone guy talking to the camera, scripted. And I don't script anything, but it is hard to just stare at it. Like right now, I'm staring at this phone just trying to have a conversation, and it's hard to get used to. It really is. So those YouTubers, the big YouTubers out there, they put a lot of work into learning how to do this. And I feel like I've done it for long enough now that it's not as uncomfortable, and I can kind of look into the camera and picture relating to you guys, the audience. And I'm working very, very hard on getting better at that. So from now on, you're going to see more of just the real me, right? Not just somebody sitting here talking to a camera. Here's Yeller Feller, my Can-Am Defender. I hope you all enjoy the video. No. So we're going to fix that, right? And Tuesdays at 5, I'm a blue collar, hard-working worker just like y'all out there, and there ain't nothing I enjoy more. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I enjoy, after a hard day of work, coming home, sitting in my garage, let's talk buggies, let's have a cold beer, right? Sorry, I'm a Miller Lite guy if you're not, but we're gonna get in the garage, we're gonna have us a cold one, and we're just gonna talk. We're gonna BS. Let's talk about what you want to talk about. Let's drop caps. You know, it is what it is. So that's where we're going with the channel. More interaction, more real me, more buggy talk, more just having fun. So without further ado, let's get this going. Q&A is going. If you guys got questions, drop them in the comments and I'll answer them as I go along. Let's talk topics. Let's talk buggy riding. Let's talk whatever you want to talk about. Grab you a beer. Let's do it. All right, I'll start us off. Like I say, I apologize for any of the glitches there getting this thing going. I'm still new to the YouTube world. The videos I've kind of got figured out a little bit. I apologize for some of the audio in them. My audio is not as good as some other people's because I have not invested in a good mic yet. And I do need to do that, and I apologize for that, and I will here very soon. But like I always say, this is a low budget operation. I don't, pour tons of money into my buggy and this YouTube thing quite yet. I mean, hopefully maybe one day it'll get there, but for now, like I say, this is just kind of a hobby for me, and I'm trying to just help you guys out along the way and have a little fun while we're doing it. So, because I do enjoy doing the YouTube stuff. I enjoy doing the videos. I obviously enjoy riding. I enjoy doing the editing version of it. It does take some time. And I want to continue to edit, some stuff out and kind of maybe put a little more comedy into them, more entertainment than just a plain Jane video. Now, the next few videos you guys will see coming up, probably Won't be, say, rephrased any because I've already have those pretty much done and ready to put out, because you got to try to stay ahead in the YouTube world, because next thing you know, it's night to put out a video and you don't have no content, then you're scrambling, and I don't like to get into that position. So anyways, Thursday's video you will see, if you see old Yeller Feller sitting back here all cleaned up still, but we did get that bushing replacement done in the front. So Thursday's video, if y'all are interested, will be the bushing replacement. Now it might be a little boring, a little monotone, because like I say, I've already got that video done, ready for release, be out Thursday. Stay tuned for that one. It's got some good info in it if you're looking to change the A-arm bushings in your Defender, because we all know these things squeak, rattle, clang, bang, and it gets annoying. So the more of that you can take out, the better. So Thursday, right? Follow along Thursday for that one. Okay, so what else can we talk about? Let's go Q&A, right? Hot topic in the UTV world, because I just don't want to simplify it to the Defender. Hot topic in the UTV world these days is new releases, right? Everybody pretty much has come out with their new lineup by now. The big changes obviously were the Kawasaki KRX H2, and that thing has been out long enough now to where we're seeing some YouTube videos out on it, and that thing looks amazing. I've had the opportunity to drive actually an older KRX. I believe it was in one of my previous videos. Hopefully y'all watched that. I didn't get to record me driving it because I was just white knuckling it focused, because it's not my unit, you know, and I don't want to tear up anybody's stuff. But the ride, it was the first time I'd ever been in a KRX. The ride compared to the Defender is night and day difference. I mean, the suspension on them things are so plush. I mean, it's like a Cadillac through the woods. It really is. I mean, really, really impressive. And it does feel a lot bigger, even though maybe it's not. But anyways, new models. We're talking new models. I've not been around a new H2 yet. From all the videos that I've seen that have been put out, Kawasaki just really took what was already a quality product and really stepped their game up. I don't recall the exact, what is that thing? 250 horse, supercharged, 3-cylinder. I mean, that's impressive. It's a 4-seater version. I don't think they come out with a 2-seater version yet. When they do, that thing will sell like hotcakes. You'll see them things everywhere, which is awesome. Great for Kawasaki, great product. And like I've said before, I am not a brand specific person. If you're making a good product and that thing's awesome, kudos. Like, I'm going to give you credit, because that's what we want to see, right? We want to see improvements, whether it's Can-Am, Polaris, Kawasaki, Honda, whoever. We want to see them across the board, right? And that's another thing I'm going to try to quit doing. And I always do a lot of and-us, which I'm sure you guys have picked up on. And like I said, remember all those like I said? We'll try to quit those too. But yeah, see where I go with that? Anyways, Can-Am obviously come out with the Defender. They didn't do much as far as the Maverick lineup or anything like that. The Defender is impressive. I'm not going to say it's not. Nobody's going to tell me any different. Could they have made a few other changes? Obviously. But who are we to say you really swung and missed on this one? No. The 26 is a nice unit. It is a good-looking Defender. They listened to the things that people were complaining about, and they addressed it. They listened to, you wanted more horsepower. They did it. 3-cylinder, 95 horsepower. They listened to the interior is garbage. They fixed it. They give you the big screen. I'm tired of hearing about, well, they left a little screen. Well, okay, they left a little screen. What would he do? You got your big screen. It's over there. I mean, come on, people. What else? Upgraded A-arms. Those things are beefy. They're nice and big. Yes, I think they dropped the ball on the shock package. It's a limited. You're paying big money. Big money. At least give an option for maybe a Walker Evans or a Fox shock. I mean, that's when you're dropping that kind of coin. It'd be nice to have that option. But I believe they did upgrade the shocks. I believe they're a little bit bigger, but you know, still don't. For that kind of money, I think you should have a name brand on there. But just me, you know. If you guys think different, put it in the comments. Let's talk about it. But what else? The HVAC system, they fixed the controls around, which I do think is better. I've never owned a limited yet. Maybe in the future, but I just kind of don't feel like the AC really is worth it for me at the moment. Old yellow feller still does pretty good, and winter's upon us, and that heater in there, the old why am I drawing a blank? I put in a million of them. The Inferno, I don't know why I drew a blank there, but the old Inferno heater, she'll flat run you out there in the winter. It does a really good job. And I will say, in a Viking that I've had heated seats in that thing. Another option that is cheap and easy, you just pull the seat cover off, slap them things in there, run your little 12-volt on and off switch, and the heated seats warm up right now. Right now you got heat. So that's an option if you guys don't feel like running all the duct work for the heater and all that. But the Inferno heater's semi-simple install, not really. I will say the Defender, I put them in a Ranger, General, Viking, and Defender, and I will say Defender is the hardest, just because the dash area is so cramped. There's not a lot of room to get the heater and all the ductwork ran. So you got to have small hands, and you get bloody knuckles and all that good stuff. But it can be done because I done it. If I can do it, you can do it. So, anyways, the panel on the new 26 is updated. It looks a lot better, looks a lot easier to control. Like I say, I've never had to deal with it, but I can see that little button in the 25s and older would be kind of hard to press around and turn the knob and all that going up and down the trail and beating around. But any other models or any other brand out there, I don't believe had a big release of any new models other than maybe certain additions to what they already have out. CF Moto, I believe, still same. They do have the, and I apologize because I don't remember the name, but they have the new, what is it, like a V-Force maybe? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Drop it in the comments. I can't remember, but they got the four-seater kind of sport side by side, which they already have one, but they have a newer version of it coming out that hasn't been released yet that I think will really you'll see a lot of those out in the woods because it looks like a pretty solid unit. And not knocking CF Moto or not, because I've never owned one. Seems like a lot of people are going to them, but for a lower price range, I'm saying you can save some coin and have a really nice machine. That thing's going to have high horsepower and kind of similar to maybe a Razor or a Razor Pro or like a Maverick X3, but I don't believe it's been quite released yet. They're holding off to somebody. I'm wanting to say somebody said March. I'm not sure about that though. Don't quote me on none of that. That's another thing I want to talk about too. When we get into these live chats or anything on the channel, I am by no means an expert, right? I just like to open up conversations. I like to, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, please do, because I want to get educated just as much as I want to try to educate y'all out there. So let's just have fun, right? Let's have fun on this channel. You know what I'm saying? All right, so moving on. That was new models, basically, for the year. Another topic is there has been a ton of events going on out there. If you guys, obviously you're YouTubers because you're on here watching me ramble and chat and be dumb.